You want to know how much it takes to get canceled?
This episode. You want to know? You want to know how?
Episode.
Welcome to Bad Beer, the show where we go on a beer tasting adventure to find the world's greatest beer, and you get to come with us. My name is Boom Boom, and I'm today's host as we try 4 different beers. Each beer we try today is an Imperial IPA style beer. We will be giving our opinions on flavor, mouthfeel, head, and aftertaste, and rating the beers on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being absolute dog water, and 10 being nectar from heaven. Feel free to agree or disagree with us in the comments below. Let's bring out beer number 1, Bell's Big Hearted Imperial IPA. Okay, I'm excited now.
There you go, man. So good, so good.
Joel, your head looks like the toasted marshmallow that is just right when you are about to take it off the stick.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Beautiful golden color, slight haze, nice little bubbles. I'm very pleased with that.
Ooh, very fragrant. We'll see how hoppy it is. Ooh. That's got good texture.
This is really enjoyable.
It's like all of the hop, but none of the bitter. It is definitely that citrus hop. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful, buxom lady. Maybe not a lady of the night quite.
No.
But just all the curves.
You want to do that over again? You want to go somewhere else with that? You kind of backed yourself into a corner there. I don't know if there's a right way out of that. Back to beer. That's good.
Oh, it's got a nice mouthfeel.
Absolutely.
It's very creamy. It actually, the mouthfeel, the texture of it reminds me of what you'd expect from a stout or a porter.
There's well-rounded, well-balanced flavors. The head is not the most substantial, but it doesn't matter. It's like, it's a good beer how it is. Joel, you ready to commentate?
I'll
All right,
go.
Joel.
Like we already said, great beer. What a strong way to start out our Imperial IPAs. This is what you want when you read Imperial IPA. Strong, bold flavors, some complexity, some extra little something. And for me, it was the texture. I'm going to go to 8.5.
Man, I like that beautiful color there. Maybe a slight hazy, not much, but that, look at that, still maintaining head on there. 8.5.
It's wild the way you have no idea from the smell how good and how much flavor that has inside of that can. It's that, like I said, it's a winner. I'm giving it a 8.5. Jamin?
I have a word for this beer, and it's balance. It's strong flavors, but they balance well. It just comes together in a really great beer. I'm going to give that a 8.23.
Way to go, Bells.
Well done.
Well done.
So, Dad, can you tell us a little bit about Imperial IPAs?
Also known as double IPAs, these beers have much more malt and hops flavor, higher alcohol by volume, ABV, than a regular IPA. These are IPAs on steroids.
You don't need no steroids.
Beer number 2, Sierra Nevada, Hopbullet, Magnum Edition, Imperial IPA.
Bring that train down here. Bring it down this way. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
No haze.
No, very clear. This looks just like a Pilsner to me.
Not a strong hop smell.
Little aroma of niceness.
Don't
Just
put your
as-
nose in the head.
This is 9.5% alcohol, guys.
That head is very hoppy.
Some sweetness in there.
There is, and it's not like a floral sweetness.
If you taste just the head, it's floral. Try and isolate just the head.
I don't want to just drink that.
But then you get into the beer itself, and it's the sweetness of the hops completely mellows the sweetness of the malt completely mellows the hops.
I've never tasted a beer like that. That is completely unique. This is certainly hoppier than the previous beer.
Agreed.
It's got good balance, but there is more
Finishes. It finishes with more hop to it.
It feels like it's more centered on like a neutral hop that just kind of tastes like hop. Not huge citrus or pine or anything there. It's balanced. It's definitely not soapy.
So, T-Boom, what would you rate this?
Okay, I'm stacking it up against that number one, that Bell's, and I like this, but I don't like it as well as that Bell's. Maybe because of that longer hop finish, but I'm putting this at about a 7.7.
Jamin, what would you talk about this one?
Yeah, I would drink this beer. Somebody would hand it to me. I would finish the can. It's not as pleasant, or it's not quite as pleasant as the Bell's was on the last one. So I'm going to drop this back. 8.1 is more where I'm going to land on this.
It's not bad. It's fine. If I really wanted to taste hops, then it was a great hops experience. That's not what I want when I get an IPA or an Imperial IPA. So for me, I'm going to say 7.12.
I was initially really liked the hit of sweetness, and I thought that was going to carry throughout the entire experience. However, it did finish pretty hop heavy, so I would probably drop this down to a 7.2. Let's take a moment to appreciate this week's beer companion. This is Esquites, Mexican street corn. This is a very common snack in Mexico and the southwestern United States. If you want to make them yourselves, check out the link below.
I'm ready to check out the link. That's a winner.
Wow.
Whoo, that's good.
Is this your corn?
I grew this corn. I didn't.
You picked it.
I picked it.
What would you have that with? I'll have it with beer.
Let's try it.
Try this beer.
Oh yeah,
That goes
that
really
is
well
a
with
good
the beer.
combo with that. Esquites.
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 It takes all the hop flavor away from the beer.
It does mellow it out.
Not nearly as much bitter, hoppy flavor at the end of the beer. It's amazing how it pairs together. That's a winner.
Save some of that for after the show.
If there was a big bowl at my house, I would be having corn in my stool for weeks.
No.
Go, it's not too late.
I wanted to enjoy this. It's been ruined.
Joel just fast forward all of our minds to tomorrow.
Oh.
I will almost be mad when I hit the end of this. When I hit the bottom, I'm going to be upset. Thank you, Mexicans. Thank you.
Where do you go from there?
Oh.
You want to know how much it takes to get canceled?
This episode.
You don't want to know? You want to know how?
Episode.
Hey, I'm genuine.
I'm being genuine. Down here.
You were being thankful, like you were
man.
being legitimate.
I'm just trying to swallow.
I'm legitimately grateful that that food exists.
Man, sorry.
Beer number 3. New Belgium VooDoo Ranger Juice Force Hazy Imperial IPA.
Well-known happy train.
Thank you.
Bring me that hallelujah train.
Oh,
Look at there.
hazy for days.
It is haze.
A lot different than that other one.
They deliver on the haze
Wow.
that they promise.
Go, man. Floral. I mean, aroma bouquet.
It's like going into a fruit stand at a grocery store. You get all the different fruit flavors mixed in all at once.
I feel like I want to add an enhancement to that. In Florida, in season.
I was thinking the exact same thing. We've been to Florida a few times, and the fruit stands are amazing. Sometimes they'll even split an orange in front of you so you can taste it before you buy it. And that makes me think of that exact thing.
This is what I want freshly squeezed orange juice to taste like. I wish. Everything else is a letdown compared to this. I would have this for breakfast every day. I don't get much hops. It's the very end.
Yeah.
After you've swallowed and breathed for a while, then you get a little bit. But this is perfect for me.
Yeah.
Hot day, mower beer, more than a mower beer. Sit in the shade, hot day, refreshment.
To me, this is kind of between the Big Hearted and the Hopbullet. I think I got to slide it in there at like a 8.15 just to get it in right where I want it.
Joel, what are your thoughts?
I'm gonna want to do about the same thing. I had more room between those two, and I'm gonna go with 8.43.
Dad? Penny for your thoughts.
So, I did like that Bell's a lot because of the balance that it delivered. And I'd put this in that citrusy. So if you like those citrusy, you'd probably really like this one. And I do like citrus, but I like the balance of that Bell's. So I'm coming in under that and at an 8.35.
So if you like beer, then you're probably going to like that Bell's better. If you're more of a juice drinker, this one's going to come in above the Bell's. And I got to go with my heart on this one. I'm going with the VooDoo Ranger with an 8.7. Beer number 4, 3 Floyd's Zombie Ice Undead Double Pale Ale.
I may have spilled a little bit of this.
Give me that.
Three Floyds. We've had Three Floyds of another kind before and we liked it.
It was definitely hazy. I didn't think it was hazy, but it definitely is.
It didn't look as hazy when we initially poured it. It looks browner. It looks like it's a darker.
Citrus in the nose.
Citrus? Less citrusy than the last one, but
Yes.
hops as well in this.
Yeah, definitely hops in the.
But more like a tangerine citrus?
I get very minimal green hops. It's more citrus, really well balanced. This is good.
A little bit of sustain, but then it just kind of plays out to like, give me another taste of that.
The head is not lasting. It's not surviving the way that the other ones did.
It's almost like it's got a little bit of like the lager qualities more than any of the other three.
Sure.
It's different.
This makes me imagine like I'm smelling the citrus flower
This just makes it way more difficult to rate these. Because this is really good, but in a completely different way.
I know where I'm at with it. So I got to put this at an 8.45.
So this one felt different. I feel like it had a little bit of a lager feel in there. Definitely still an Imperial IPA. And so I'm going to have to go with an 8.2.
Well, I feel like this is so similar to Juice Force. It's really difficult to discern between the two, but it's just not quite there. So I have to slide this one in again at like a 8.14.
This, for me, makes my rating very difficult because if I had this by itself without comparing it to the other ones, I would love it. But because I have compared it to the Juice Force, it hits a higher note for me with the citrus aspect, so I have to go just under Juice Force with this one. So I'm going to give this a 8.6.
Time to send her off. I'm so sad.
It is time for the final tally. Here is your Bad Beer of the Week winner. Big Hearted IPA. And now we must give the Bad Beer Award for mediocrity. The loser of today's episode is still a winner in my heart, and I think the hearts of all of the guys up here. We got to give it to the Hopbullet Magnum Edition Imperial IPA, family owned, operated, and argued over. Remember, this is not an overall reflection of the beer, but our opinion on it in the context of the beers that we compared it to. If you enjoyed this week's episode, please give us a like and subscribe below. We have the links to more information on all of the beers we tried today, so feel free to check them out for yourself. To close, we bring you this week's Beer Fact.
If you've ever felt the desire to swim in a pool of beer, you can head to Terenz, Austria, where you can do just that at the Schloss Starkenberger Brewery. What?
Hey, don't forget to drink responsibly and with friends, because it's way more fun that way.